Catherine. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am a first-year optometry student, just trying to share my journey through optometry school, as well as bring some lifestyle and food content too. Today is Sunday, which means it is meal prep day. I don't always meal prep entirely for my week. It kind of depends on what my upcoming week is going to look like, how much time I have to spend on campus, what leftovers I have, and if I have any events where I get free food and stuff like that. But this week is going to be a pretty traditional week for me. It's the week before spring break, which is really exciting, but I really like it when I am able to meal prep for the week. It saves me, honestly, so much time in the morning and at lunch. I don't meal prep for dinner. My fiance and I like to just kind of make something new every couple of nights, and we usually have the time in the evening to do that, and it's a good time for us to be able to hang out with each other. So in today's video, I will just be meal prepping breakfast, lunch, and then some snacks. For breakfast, I will be prepping some cinnamon sugar protein bagels and having those with a Greek yogurt parfait. I'm just going to be prepping the bagels today because I have enough time in the morning to just whip up a Greek yogurt bowl. But that is something you could totally easily meal prep to. Just portion out your Greek yogurt on Sunday, and then you can just grab and go with that too. For a snack, I'm going to be making chocolate coconut protein balls. And then I also usually have some fruit and some cottage cheese on hand as well to have throughout the week. And then finally for lunch, we are going to be making turkey zucchini boats. So I am really excited to take you through what a Sunday meal prep for me looks like right now. And I will make sure to share all of the recipes throughout the video too. The very first thing I'm going to be meal prepping this week are cinnamon sugar protein bagels. So the base for these bagels are just Greek yogurt, baking powder, and flour. I have made these so many times already, and honestly, I like them more than the store-bought bagels. They're way healthier, really easy to make, and have a ton of protein in them, which I feel like typical bagels don't have. The plain bagel recipe for this alone, even if you like to add any mix-ins or anything to it, is really, really good. I have also mixed in jalapeno cheddar, strawberries, chocolate chips, and then my all-time favorite, which is what we're doing today, is making cinnamon sugar bagels. So you can make this with just like a spatula and a mixing bowl. You don't have to have a KitchenAid. I personally like to use my KitchenAid because it makes the dough forming process go by faster, and if I have it, might as well use it. We will get right into the recipe. So to our mixing bowl, I'm just going to add 1.5 cups of flour, then 2.25 teaspoons of baking powder, and then 1.5 cups of Greek yogurt. Now, the Greek yogurt that you use for this is really, really important. You have to have a Greek yogurt that's a little bit thicker for the dough to be able to form. I always like to use the Spahe 0%. It's really, really good. I have never tried any other Greek yogurt, honestly, but that one is the one that I like to use, and I've always been able to make my dough with this. But this is what everything looks like all mixed in. And this is all you need to just start with the plain bagels. And you can mix this up and then form them into balls and bake them just plain, or form them into balls and then press like your toppings into them. But because I want mine to be really cinnamony, sugary, I have in here 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and then 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. And I'm going to add about half of this mixture to my bowl. So it's going to go straight into the dough. And then I'm going to save the other half or so to put on top right before I bake them. So my dough has been mixing for a few minutes now, and this is what we want it to kind of look like. Okay, now that the dough has been mixing for a few minutes, this is what kind of our end goal shape is here, is just a big lump of dough. So I flour my surface and then just kind of roll it around and give it a couple more kneads here until it forms just a really nice ball of dough. All you're going to do is divide it out. I'm going to try and get this into 5 pieces here. Sorry, I'm going to have it into about 6. It kind of depends on how big you want your bagels to be, but just slice them up. Perfect. And then all you're going to do is roll them out, just the palm of your hand. Just like that. And you can obviously make these bigger or smaller too, just depending on your preference. And then it can help to just grab a little bit of an egg wash. So I just cracked an egg and scrambled it up. And that will help your dough stick. And then you can kind of stretch it out. It's totally up to you. And then you are going to take your egg wash, dip it in, and then I dip mine in my cinnamon sugar topping. So what the egg wash is going to do is it's going to help your topping stick a little bit better. I have done it without an egg wash before, and I thought it turned out just fine. I'm also going to eat these with a Greek yogurt bowl in the morning. They work really great as a breakfast sandwich too. This week, for my meal prep, I'm going to be making them with a Greek yogurt bowl. Okay, here is the final product, and these are going to go into the oven at 375 for about 20 to 25 minutes. Each one of these bagels is about 205 calories with 9 grams of protein in them. And I'm just going to eat them with Greek yogurt bowls this week, and it'll be the most delicious high protein breakfast. The way I like to store them is just wrap them in foil and pop them in the fridge, and they should be good about 4 to 5 days. But that is this week's breakfast meal prep. Look how cute this little strawberry is. It's kind of in the shape of a heart. I love it. Unfortunately, I think my mic died and did not capture anything that I was talking about. But to this bowl, we have half of a cup of peanut butter, a quarter of a cup of honey, and 1 scoop of chocolate protein powder. And then I just added 1 cup of oats. And I'm going to mix all of that up. And we have something like this going on right now. So just really chocolatey, peanut buttery goodness in here. And then this is where kind of the fun part, I feel like, comes in with the making these energy protein balls, is that you can kind of mix in whatever you want into them. So this is just like kind of your classic base is some peanut butter, honey, and oats and protein powder if you want it. And then you can mix in literally so many different things. You can add flax seeds, chia seeds, anything else that you want in there. I personally am going to be adding coconut flakes, and I'm going to measure this just with my heart. So that was about 16 grams of coconut flakes that I just put in here. And I'm also going to add some chocolate chips. And I just did about 25 grams of chocolate chips. Of course, feel free to add more or less as you want. I'm going to add just a little bit more chocolate chips to this too, because why not? Okay, that is gonna be 42 grams of chocolate chips that I have added into here. And finally, just to add a little bit more nutrients and vitamins to it, I'm gonna sprinkle in here about 10 grams of chia seeds. I love being able to sneak in extra fiber and different vitamins and stuff like that into something as simple as this. Okay, so everything is really well combined, and this is what it looks like right now. What I'm going to do is pop this into the fridge for about 20 minutes to let it solidify a little bit before I roll them into balls. It'll make it a lot easier to shape them and measure them out. Okay, I am back to finish up our protein balls here. So this mixture has been sitting honestly for about 45 minutes now. So I'm going to measure out about 20 grams a ball now and just roll them into little balls to store them for the week. And that each ball, I believe, should be around 90 calories. It's time for me to now start prepping my lunch for the week. I am going to eat it today and then have it probably until Thursday. I usually don't really eat a normal lunch on Fridays because I have lab starting at noon. So I tend to just eat a really light breakfast and then have an afternoon snack and not lunch on Fridays. So having something that lasts me Sunday to Thursday is honestly kind of perfect. But today I'm going to be making turkey zucchini boats, and I'm getting this recipe from Eating Bird Food. I will link the blog down below and share the recipe. It's a very simple and easy recipe. All it is some zucchini, an onion, ground turkey, and marinara sauce, and then some Parmesan cheese if you want that on top. But all you do is slice the zucchini in half, scoop out the guts, and then cook up your onion and turkey with the marinara. Scoop that all in and then bake it for about half an hour or so. And that's it. And each serving is equivalent to about, I think, one whole zucchini. So 2 whole slices. Really easy, and it'll make for a very fast meal prep today and a super delicious, low calorie, but also very high protein lunch as well. I do think you could probably up the protein even more in here if you blended up some cottage cheese and added that into the marinara too. I think that would be really delicious, but I'm just going to keep it exactly how it is. So to start with that, I'm going to start with preheating my oven to 400 degrees, and then I will get chopping and working on the meat. going to conclude today's day of meal prepping. Just to recap, I made cinnamon sugar protein bagels for breakfast, turkey zucchini boats for lunch, and then for a snack, we have chocolate coconut protein balls. Everything tastes so delicious. I'm really excited to have this meal prep for this week because it'll help me stay on track with some of my health and fitness goals, and then also just save me a lot of time this week as well. And it helps that I'm really looking forward to everything that I'm eating. Nothing is worse than when you meal prep something and you're not actually excited to eat it. But trust me when I say that everything I made this week is top tier and I will be thinking about it every single day. For dinner this week, what I didn't meal prep, Rudy and I are going to be making homemade fish and chips for the first part of the week, and then mushroom Swiss burgers for the second half of the week. But that concludes everything for today. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching, and please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm really looking forward to growing my channel a little bit more, so please feel free to comment down below what types of videos you would like to see from me. If it is optometry related stuff, great. If it's more lifestyle food stuff, I'm happy to do that too, or a nice combination of both. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a beautiful rest of your day.